In this tutorial, we're going to go over the foundation crochet stitches, single, half double, and double. For the foundation single crochet, we're going to start with a loose slip knot. Make sure this isn't too tight around your hook because we don't want to make the stitches too tight. We're going to focus on making loose stitches. The first thing you're going to do is create 2 chains, 2 loose chains. Now, insert your hook into the first chain or the second chain from your hook. Make sure you catch both that top loop and the back bump, as you can see here. Now yarn over and pull through. Now let me pause right here to let you know that normally you're used to crocheting horizontally. But when we create these foundation crochet stitches, we're going to be working vertically. So to make things easier, it's a good idea to pull down on your work. That way you're making sure that your stitches aren't too tight. We're going to yarn over and pull through 1 loop. Now that loop that you just pulled through, that you just created your first chain. So now yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops to finish off your single crochet. And you have your first foundation single crochet stitch. Now to move on to our second foundation crochet stitch, we're going to insert our hook into the chain that we just created. And if you can see, it's right there by my thumb. All you have to do is turn your work slightly and you'll see your chain stitch. Now turn your work slightly and insert your hook into that chain stitch that we just created. Yarn over and pull through. Now remember to pull up so we're not making our stitches too tight. Yarn over and pull through 1 loop to create that chain. Now yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops to finish off your single crochet. Now you can see where we just created that next chain. That's where you will insert your hook for the next single crochet. Now I'm going to turn my work slightly so you can see both of these chains. Insert your hook into the chain you just created. Make sure you catch both of those loops. Yarn over and pull through. Pull down on your work since we're working vertically. Yarn over, pull through 1 loop. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And that is your third foundation single crochet. I'm going to do a couple more foundation crochet stitches slowly so that you can follow along, and then I'll go ahead and meet you at 10. And now we have our 10 foundation single crochet stitches. Whenever you lay your work down, you can see that it's a little curved. That is completely fine. If it is curved just slightly, then you're doing it the right way. If it is curving significantly, then you could either be doing your stitches too tightly, or you might have skipped creating one of those chains. So go back, keep practicing, you can do it. Now before we move on to the foundation half double and double, I wanted to show you here that I decided to create another row of single crochet on top of our foundation row, just to show you what it would look like. Now obviously the one that I'm holding now is the foundation single crochet, but I also created a swatch of chains and single crocheted into each chain. This is what it looks like whenever you're creating your chain first and then creating your row of single crochet. So it looks slightly different and it's not as pretty as the other one. When you look at the swatch of foundation single crochets, you can see that the end is very clean and matches the top half of your swatch. When you look at the bottom edge of the other swatch that I have, the edge is a little messier than some people would like. This is why so many people prefer to use foundation crochet stitches. Again, for this tutorial, we're going to start with a loose slip knot on our hook. And for the foundation half double crochet, we're going to start off with a chain 3. Now remember to make these chains loose. When you normally create a half double crochet, first you yarn over. So we're going to do the same thing here. So yarn over your hook and insert it into the first chain under both the top and back bump. Yarn over, pull through, and remember you can pull down on those stitches to make sure your stitches aren't too tight, just to give you something to hold on to. Now yarn over and pull through one loop, and that is your first chain. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops to finish off that half double crochet. Now you can see here this is the first chain that we just created, so we're going to yarn over and insert our hook into that chain. Yarn over, pull through, and pull up so that your stitches aren't too tight. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain you just created. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain we just created. Yarn over, pull through, and you can see that whenever I'm creating that chain, I'm really pulling up so that it's not too tight. And now we have our first 5 half double crochets if you're counting the chain. And this is where you can clearly see all of your chain stitches. I've just finished my 10th half double foundation crochet stitch. This is what it should look like when you're finished, and if you have a slight curve, remember that's okay. With the foundation double crochet stitch, again we will be starting with a loose slip knot on our hook, and now we will chain 4. 4 loose stitches, don't you forget. Now again, with the double crochet stitch, we start off by yarning over our hook. So we're going to do the same thing here. Yarn over your hook and insert it into the very first chain, which is the 4th chain from your hook. And remember to catch that top loop and back bump. yarn over, pull through, and you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 1 loop to create that first chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I think the foundation double crochet stitch is my favorite because you can really see how it all comes together. So that is your foundation, that is your double crochet, and right here is your chain stitch. So we're going to insert our hook into that chain. Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain you just created. Don't forget to get both loops. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is your second foundation double crochet. Now you can see chain 1 and chain 2. Chain 2 is where we'll insert now. Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain we just created. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And there is our third chain that we just made. I wanted to stop here and show you that when you yarn over and pull through 1 loop and you make that chain stitch, this is what it looks like. So be on the lookout for that whenever you're creating each of your stitches. We now have 6 foundation double crochet stitches if you're counting that chain 3 that we started with. And here we are at 10 foundation double crochet stitches. Again, I just love the way the foundation double crochet stitches look. And if you have a slight curve, it's completely fine. Don't freak out. I've also created a swatch of chains and double crochets. So I want to go ahead and show you that real quick. So what you see in front of you is obviously foundation double crochet. Now this one I chained and created double crochet stitches in each chain. And you can clearly see the difference between the chain and the first row of double crochets from the foundation double crochet stitches. You can see that the bottom is neater and it's also quite stretchier. So whenever you stretch the foundation double crochet, it has no problems whatsoever. Now whenever you stretch the chain, it's a little tight, as you can see. So the reason why so many people prefer foundation crochet stitches is when they're creating garments, it creates that cleaner look and you don't have to worry about the fabric not being able to stretch around your stomach or your neck. In the end, foundation stitches really are just personal preference. If you like the look of the foundation crochet stitches, then go with that. But if you don't mind and you just can't get the hang of them, then a chain is the completely fine way to go. Now you can find all of this information and a picture tutorial in the post that's below this video. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. You can comment on this video or go to the blog post, send your comments, send me an email. I'm here to help. Thanks for watching!